Howdy folks, this is Checkers back again with another episode of our Nuka-World spin-off of our Fallout 4 Let's Play, this time with episode 59, and we are in the parlor. We are in Mags and Company's special little room, and we were about to check out Mags Black's terminal. So, let's do that. Problems?
Sweet.
Not at all. Nisha disciples. Taken by raiders at a young age, believes deeply in the power of violence, makes her a dangerous adversary, that said, has a penchant for justice among her own. Stole gang from previous leader by gaining their respect, rather than through graft or deception, irritatingly hard to exploit people like that, ultimately acts as a stabilizing agent among the disciples, means Nisha's place in their hierarchy should not be tampered with. Dull but the right move. Any other disciple in that role would likely lead to utter havoc. Dixie springs to mind. Dixie. True psychopath, clever, devious, bloodthirsty. Suspects she's responsible for the death of at least 3 operators since our arrival, very likely more. Takes and treasures souvenirs from her victims. Someone meddling with her toys might be able to get her to do something rash, should the need arise. Granted her current position by Nisha, probably to support the girl's vanity, much less likely to turn on her boss if she thinks she's respected. Thanks to that, she does seem to honor Nisha's authority, doesn't appear to have plans to claim leadership for herself. Best for all of us, it stays that way. Savoy. Nisha's enforcer, fiercely loyal, likely the only reason the man's been given a place of prominence among their little coven. Had one of our girls attempt to seduce him, see if we might be able to sway him as a contact, but to no avail. Had one of the boys try 2, similar results. Suspect he's probably working with the only person he has eyes for. Would explain the loyalty. Mason of the Pack. Current Pack Alpha displaced his 2 predecessors by tarring and feathering them, sending them out into the wastes. Pack law states members can only shame one another, never kill. Both former Alphas were never heard from again after being given the boot. Acquiring proof of their deaths could be useful leverage. We'll send out a search party, see what they can turn up. Otherwise, man's more nuisance than threat, like the rest of the pack. Gage, unaffiliated. One half of the alleged masterminds behind the Nuka-World plan, clearly as much of a rube as the rest of us. It does seem like he's honestly believed in Coulter. Now, though, just seems worried he's going to share Coulter's fate if things don't get back on track. Not wrong. Undoubtedly moved on this new overboss to protect his own neck. However, man genuinely does appear to believe that Nuka-World can be used to make us all rich. So it does have some value. And Coulter. Idiot. No one's problem anymore. Well, thanks, Mags. That was a very, very thing. Okay, and we don't need to be hidden. We can pop the door, get out, spray and pray, and see what else we can find here in the former home of the operators. Yeah, I know. You are going to go all stabby there, mannequin. You have fun with that. Whoa. Cooking oil. There we go. And let's see what we have in here. Wonder glue, we'll take that. Armor workbench, weapons workbench. Nuka-Cade tokens. Dirty ashtray, sure, why not? Shadeless table lamp, is that paper anything? No. Desk has 5 pre-war money. Mirror has Radaway. And Lizzie Wyeth's terminal. Okay, let's see here. How about egos? Likeliness 0. And let's give it a whirl. 1. Nope. Maybe. Nope. And
got it.
There we go. Okay. Persuasion formula test notes. Test 1. First go of the formula was a flop. This subject William supplied me with. Turns out he was a jethead. Pretty sure that's what caused the reaction to formula that he suffered. Killed himself seizing. Broke some of my equipment in the process. We'll need to account for that in future batches. Don't want to have to replace this stuff again. Just hope I didn't risk my neck sneaking into the far reaches of the galactic zone for nothing. Test 2. Progress. Second subject was another heavy drug user. What else are we going to find around here? But no seizures this time. Spraying the target with the formula, however, doesn't seem to have made persuading her any easier. Now, once I injected it, I feel like she started listening more attentively, but it was hard to tell over the screaming. On to test 3, I suppose. Test 3. Finally, some real results. This subject was older, female, in her 40s, looks like some kind of farmer or something equally awful. Applied the gas and for a good minute was able to get her to agree with a series of increasingly less reasonable suggestions. Hand me that pen, take off your shoes, take off your clothes. She balked when I asked her to start mutilating herself, but still progress. Going to have William prepare a room. I think our guest will be staying for a while. That was 3 or 4. No, that was 3. Okay, so test 4. More general testing with Mrs. Farmer, who William's taken to calling Annette, after the janitor that disappeared back when we were all still living in Diamond City. Boy, wasn't that a gas. Progress continues, though I'm finding that persuasion is still crucial to getting what I want. If I can't sell why my demands are a good idea, there's little chance for my suggestions to take hold. However, when offered correctly, I've managed to get Annette to put herself at greater and greater risk. Particular fun was when I succeeded in convincing her to pick the pocket of a disciple in the market. Disciple managed to take a chunk out of Annette before I could intervene, but nothing some gauze and antiseptic couldn't patch up. Made sure to give the disciple's description to William. Can't stand it when people damage my toys. Test 5. Decided it was time to run a real test of the formula. I'd ordered Annette to do a task outside the parlor, unsupervised, give her the chance to run and see if she'd actually return. First step was, of course, getting her in a state where she'd want to run. After a few days of pain, I gave her a dose and asked her to collect some ingredients for me from the market, all by herself. Almost. William was watching from the rooftop, just in case she did decide to run. And so we sat. A minute, 2 minutes, 3. Waiting in the parlor with Mags, I could see the disapproving frowns start to edge in at the corners of her mouth. But 5 full minutes later, who comes limping back into the parlor? Lovely Annette, arms full of exactly what I asked. Even set a new duration record for a single dose of the formula. Now, unfortunately, the wounds she'd sustained during our prep ended up getting the best of her not long after. But still, we all knew a success when we saw one. And test 6. After our positive results with Annette, Mags requested some broader testing. First up, the market. While perusing Maddox's stall, I let a canister slip out of my bag. Not sure if it was the noise, smells, or a dozen other possible issues, but the test went nowhere. Maddox responded to exactly 0 of my demands. I was hoping I could finally do the whole park a favor and get him to cut off that ugly top knot. Seems it was not to be. Test 7. More failure. Mags wanted to see if we might be able to perhaps use the formula to get one of the local Brahmin trains to favor us with some additional supplies, but with no success. Another scenario to cross off the list. Test 8. This batch had apparently gone bad without me realizing it. Got the bruises to show for it. Test 9. Finally, another success. William brought me in another farmer who responded with much the same as Annette did. A thread to follow, it would seem. And test 10. And we have our results. Caravans, no. Markets, no. But settlements, it would appear, are what this formula was made for. Maybe it's the exhaustion brought on by manual labor, the bad water, but something about the environment, Annette's wretched environment, appears to favor the gas. I decided I'd track my way back to Test Subject 9's little dirt pit and see what I could get to happen when I deployed the gas. Before I knew it, I had them feeding me their winter stores, handing over whatever caps they had, and ultimately convincing them their Brahmin sty was better in my hands. Off they shuffled, sad but unable to refuse. And the looks on their faces, truly something to behold. And now I don't really feel all that bad at all. Not that I ever really did about wiping out the operators. But, you know, they did seem to be a bit the most reasonable, but now I'm pretty sure they are where they belong. Well, there's a Nuka-Cola and a gourd, 7 fusion cells, Jet and Med X. 3 bottle caps. And nothing in the mirror. I think I might have cleaned these out when we first went through here. Either that or they were already empty. And Got this room. 18 railway spikes, 15 10mm rounds, 12 50 caliber rounds, 18 fusion cells, 18 gamma rounds, 24 10mm rounds, 14 5mm rounds, and a partridge and a pear tree. Ooh, bobby pin box. And 750 caliber rounds. Okay. And there is old William Black on the floor and not coming back. Okay. And I think that about does it for the parlor here. So, let's head back outside. Okay, and here we are. So I think our next stop is probably the Disciples, right? I don't think we cleared out anything over there really. Let's take a quick look through here, see if there are any wandering guards, but no, does not appear to be. And in we go. Ah, the Disciples. Whoopsie. Got a little carried away there. Let's get the light turned back on and see what we left in here. I mean, aside from a mess, although, you know, honestly, it would be really, really hard to tell what mess I left versus really what is with these things. I swear I blew that apart the last time I was here. Alright, Disciple Waster with 7 bottle caps, 744 round stim pack and things. And we didn't need that. Needed that. Okay. And a Disciple Scaver with 12 bottle caps, 12 762 rounds stim pack. Oh, let's try and take the gun. Aha! Okay, let's not try and take the gun. Let's try that instead. What was that? Where are Disciples? Under D. Somewhere. Maybe. Short Disciples automatic rifle. And yeah, we'll keep one. And hope that we don't have too much else to pick up. But 2038 rounds won't cost us any weight. So off we go. Okay. Disciple Survivalist with 10 762 rounds, 2 stim packs, things and stuff, a hot plate. We're going to leave that. Let's see here. What do we got? A Disciples Terminal. Oh, goody. Let's see. This terminal is open to all Disciples that want to use it. If you don't want it seen, fuck off. Most importantly, don't forget the rule. P.S. If you can't read this, you're an asshole. Announcements. All announcements posted by Nisha, so spread the word. The rule. Just a reminder, we have one rule here at Nuka-World. You kill someone from another gang, don't get caught. If I see evidence of anyone here violating this rule, I'll take care of you personally. Nisha. Not as much of a threat as it used to be. New overboss. So we just got ourselves a new overboss. Our one rule still applies. Anyone has a problem, they can take it up with me. And let's see. What else we got here? Events. Oh, goody. Kicking ass? Don't hog all the fun. The more the merrier. Night raid. Who's in? Anyone interested in a night raid? Meet up at the monorail station at midnight. Oh, that's going to be a quiet event. Gauntlet runners. Anyone bored as shit can meet up at the main gates at dusk. Heard there's a caravan passing nearby. Gonna find some live ones to run the gauntlet. Whatever supplies they got are just icing on the cake. Slice and dice. Got a hankering for blood? Need to kick back and let loose. Dixie's monthly slice and dice is back. So sharpen those knives and ditch those chems, because it's time to feed the one addiction that we all share. Okay. What else we got? Messages. Drop your messages, threats, ads, whatever here. Remember, if it doesn't violate the rule, it's cool. You're dead. Whoever pissed in my helmet, you're dead. That's some real pack level shit right there. Huh. Okay, to Bailey. I left a little surprise for you in the usual spot. Thought you could put it to good use against a certain asshole. Gotta head out to take care of some business, but I'll be back in a few days. Figured you wouldn't want to wait. Marie. Gimme upgrades. Looking for someone to upgrade my knife because I don't know jack about metal. I can repay and trade, caps, whatever. Hit me up if you're down. Jokers need not respond. Zoo. And Ruby. Don't trust Ruby. She's a backstabbing bitch that needs to be dealt with. I caught her stealing caps from my personal stash, and she had the balls to deny it. Luckily, she can't read, so she doesn't know what she has coming. She doesn't deserve to be one of us. Paige. Aww. Okay, is that it? That is it for the Disciples Terminal. So, wait. Nuka-Cola Wild. And thought there were more bodies. Maybe. Anyway, Nuka-Cola Victory. Nuka-Cola Quartz. Bottle caps by 8. 15 5.56 rounds, Med-X, and Psycho. And let's see, we've got 3 Nuka-Cade tokens, 12 bottle caps, 13 5.56 rounds, 6 bottle caps, Psycho, duct tape, yeah, we could probably carry that. 10 50 caliber rounds, alarm clock will leave. And let's see. Brahmin skull. For those times when the human skulls we have all over the place just aren't good enough. Brahmin skulls. Brought to you by your Brahmin Skull Council. Okay. Now, let's head up yonder stairs and see what's going on in this decidedly fragrant place. Dixie! Not so much a psychopath as a stain on the floor. Oh well. You know, she's moving up in the world. Really. You know, aside from just the smell of the place, can you imagine how the disciples must smell? Ugh. Okay, anyway, let's see, we have some tapes here. Dixie's Souvenir.
From a place where we'll be safe and protected, called Nuka-World. Finally. I am so tired of trying to live out here on our own, dealing with raiders and finding food and just surviving. We're packing up to leave, and we're out of here. I wanted to leave this message for you.
It's awfully sweet of y'all to welcome a stranger into your home.
You've no idea how happy we are that we ran into you.
Not as happy as I am.
What are you doing? Wait, I thought you were here to... Ah! Kate, run!
Sam, no! What have you done?
Oh, don't worry, honey. I'll never keep two lovebirds apart.
No! No!
That went well. What's this? I think I'll keep you as my little souvenir.
Okay. Well, it seems that we're going to have to wait until next time for Dixie's next souvenir, and then we'll head on up to Nisha's place. For now, I think we should Well, pause. We're coming pretty much up on time here. So, I would like to point out that if you look in the upper right-hand corner, you will see a small letter I with a white circle around it. These are cards and links to other videos that I've made. Also, I have a Twitter link in the description of the video and on my channel main page. If you're on mobile, it'll be on my channel About page. I would like to thank you guys for being the best community out there. Truly, you guys are awesome, and I really, really do appreciate that. You make this an absolute joy, and I really want to thank you. I'd also like to thank you for watching. I hope you found the video entertaining and maybe just a little informative. I would like to invite you to subscribe and ask you to please take care.